Hello everyone and welcome back to the UCATT YouTube channel. For today's video, today we're going to be doing a video that I did last year. We are going to be grading every AFL team's 2021 season based on their performance. So the tiers are Premiership Standard, Grand Final Contenders, Top 8, Average, and Trash. So yeah, let's get right into it. Actually, I'm probably going to change the tiers here just to S, A, B, C, and D. I think we'll do that. Because some grand final contenders, we might put some other teams in there that probably aren't. Anyway, moving straight up on to Adelaide. Adelaide's a strange one, and I don't know where to start here with the Crows because they weren't expected to do well, and they didn't do that well. They just finished in 15th. So also basing them off expectations pre-season, it's strange. I'm going to put them... obviously I finished 18th last year. Small rise to 15th. Maybe rise to C later, but at the moment I don't think you can't put the Crows in D. I think the Crows do need to go in D. Moving on now to the Brisbane Lions, I think it's an A. I think the teams who will go in S will be the Western Bulldogs, the Melbournes, those grand final teams, and then maybe even teams like Sydney could crack into there. I think Brisbane, they have to go in A. They made top 4. I don't think anyone really had them making a push for the flag in the final series, and I think they finished in the position they deserve to, and yeah, I'll put Brisbane in A. Moving on to Carlton, I'm going to put it in D. Above the Crows. I'm going to put the Blues in D. And we're also going to base it off like a whole football club point of view. At one point, I think the Carlton vs GWS performance was absolutely abysmal. I watched that Carlton GWS performance, and Carlton did not even try. Their club went into like a review of the entire football club. They made a lot of sackings in the coaching department. I think it's a completely failed year for Carlton in a year where they should be making finals. Obviously Sam Walsh, that's one positive to come out of it, but yeah, I might move them up to C, but for now I'm going to put them in D. Collingwood I think is D, bottom of D. I think the Pies weren't expected to make finals, but to finish 17th, it still doesn't sink in that Collingwood finished 17th. Obviously they got Buckley went, Nathan Buckley, so their long-time coach is gone. Probably the high of the season was the Queen's birthday win against Melbourne in Buckley's final game, but yeah, I think Collingwood really underperformed. They had some efforts where it didn't look like they were trying, didn't look like they weren't going to be out there. Obviously had a few good wins against Richmond, Melbourne, and some other squads, but yeah, I think the Pies should go bottom of D. Essendon, I'm going to put in A. Yeah, I'm going to put them in A. So yeah, you might be able to tell we're not basing them off like purely their performance, but like how they exceed expectations, plus performance, plus as a club. I'm going to put Essendon bottom of A at the moment. I think the Bombers obviously exceeded expectations. A lot of people had them in the bottom 4. I sure do. I had them in 17th. If you haven't already seen my reacting to the season prediction video, make sure you go check that out. But yeah, incredible to see. Can't believe that the Bombers finished as high as they did. Obviously, got thrashed in the first week of finals by the Dogs, but still a phenomenal effort to make it there. The Dockers, I'm going to put them in B. I'm going to put the Dockers in B. I think the Dockers were 50-50 on a lot of people making finals. They obviously didn't. In a year, they're probably behind on their development. I'll say that. The Dockers are probably behind on their development. We should be making finals at this stage. Obviously, Cherry's requesting a leave. That's a low. The reason I'm going to put the Dockers in B instead of C, I think Justin Longwell's got them playing a much more attacking, exciting brand of footy, and it's a future that's heading in the right direction. I reckon J-Lo is the right man to take us. The Cats, I'm going to put middle of A. They make a prelim. Yeah, you have to put the Cats top of A. The thing is, the Cats rolled the dice on this season to win a premiership. They've gone all in, all out, all old players, but players that should get the job done. On paper, they're easily the best side in the comp. But they just didn't They didn't fight in the pressure when they needed to, obviously, in that prelim against the D's. Their finals run was very unconvincing, getting thrashed by the Power, beating a very slow GWS side of Optus, and then obviously getting demolished by the D's in the prelim, who obviously went on to win the flag. Obviously, the D's were the best team in the comp this year by a long way. But yeah, I'm going to put the Cats top of A. Gold Coast, I'm going to put the bottom of D. Yes, it was an embarrassing season for the Suns, really. The Suns have to get their wheels rolling soon if they want to be playing final footy. They're letting go of some more players. I believe Ben King's on his way out to St Kilda very soon. If not, that's already been announced or not. I'm recording this on the 28th of September, so I'm not sure if it's been announced or not. But yeah, Suns are not a shambles of the year. GWS, yeah, top of B actually. I'll put the Giants top of B. I think the Giants, obviously, they made finals, which is very, very good. They finished 7th, beat the Swans in an elimination final, which is elite. Yeah, it was a very, very good season for the Giants. I think that start to mid-patch, though, really, really let them down on maybe getting a higher final spot. And yeah, it's why I'm not going to put them in A, just that they didn't have a great whole of the season. Now, I still don't know how they even made finals, let alone, 7th. Hawthorn, I'm going to put in C. Hawthorn are expected to finish low, but they had a very good end to the season. A team I can see making the top 8 next year. I think Hawthorn are looking very, very good, and I can't wait to see what they can do. Do we have anything more to say about the D's and S? The D's must go in S. If the D's don't go in S, what the fuck is happening? Yeah, D's must go in S. They won the premiership, best team all year. Beautiful. And North have to go bottom of D. Yeah, the Warrensburg is always going to go bottom of D. I think North will probably play some more exciting and promising footy than the Gold Coast Suns, but still, I reckon they have to go bottom of D. The Warrensburgers, you can't not put them there. Port Adelaide, top of A. Put the Power in top of A. I think they had a very good end to the season. Obviously, with the immense competition in that top 4, they did very, very well to finish 2nd. And obviously have a phenomenal qualifying final win. Disappointing prelim end against the Dogs, but still, I think the Power had a very good season. And they need to win a flag soon because they're running out of their very, very good list. Obviously, Robbie Gray's going soon, Travis Spoke's going soon, so they've got to go now. Next up, the Richmond Football Club has to go top of C. I'll put the Tigers top of C, but I'm actually going to move the Dockers down here to top of C. I'll put Richmond middle of C. Yeah, they really underperformed. Didn't make finals after winning a flag, and yeah, it looks like the dynasty's over. St Kilda, top of C, only because they finished 5 and 3. They obviously finished very high in the finals last year. I think they finished 6th. A lot of people, in fact everyone, expected them to make the top 8 this year, and they didn't. They fell out, had a very, very miserable few games. They lost by 100 to the Bulldogs, they lost by 80 to the Bombers, and yes, it was a bit of an embarrassing season at times, but then again, they showed some very, very strong points. The Swans, I'm going to put in the middle of Brisbane and Geelong in A. Swans over-exceeded, finishing bottom 4 last year, have skyrocketed and played some of the best footy you will see this year. A lot of people had them as premiership contenders, and with this young list being able to do something like this for the Swans, it's really, really promising and exciting to see for the football club. And if you're a Sydney fan, you should be excited. West Coast go below Richmond for me. I think West Coast probably had a worse season than Richmond, even though Richmond finished lower. West Coast at times looked clueless. They were woeful. They had 100-point losses to both Sydney and Geelong. They had a 55-point loss to the Dogs at home. It was embarrassing at times. Had a good season for the most part. They did finish 9th, but yeah, poor on a lot of ends for them. Then the Bulldogs have to be the second team, I guess. They have to be second, I guess. They did make the grand final. Lucky to slip out the top 4. And I think the Dogs and the D's were the 2 best teams all year. So, that will wrap up the tier list. In S, I've got the D's and the Dogs. In A, Power, Cats, Swans, Lions, Bombers. Only team in B is GWS. In C, St Kilda, Freo, Richmond, West Coast, Hawthorn. In D, Carlton, Adelaide, Collingwood, Gold Coast, North Melbourne. Thank you for watching today's video. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new. Have a good one, and see you later.